Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to be sharing about how my husband and I almost lost our friends right after marriage. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Over time, I have heard people talk about the fact that when their friends got married, they became very proud and they stopped being friends with them. And in my head, I'm always like, why would you do that to your friends? Why would you stop being friends with your friends? Well, because you got married, because you had kids and all of those things. I did not know that mine was waiting for me in front. Okay, so here's our story. One random day in church after service, our pastors called us and they called us for a meeting. They told us that they have observed something and they would like to discuss it with us. And it is that we've been distancing ourselves away from our friends. Honestly, you need to see the shock on I and my husband's face because we're like, distancing, how? But I mean, we actually both have open minds. And so we knew that, our pastors cannot just call us and say that out of the blues if it wasn't true. We sat there, we listened to them. They talked about the fact that it wasn't because anybody reported to them or anything, but they just noticed that we've been distanced away from our friends, like we've not been doing like we used to do before we got married with them. And I remember that day when my husband and I got home, we were just discussing about it. Of course, we had to discuss about it. And then we're like, okay, so this might not have been intentionally, right? We probably did not distance ourselves intentionally, but it is something that we should look into. And we sat down and analyzed, and then we realized that although it wasn't intentionally, we're actually distancing ourselves from our friends. And here's the gist. So after we got married, there were so many things that were culture shock for me, and I believe it was the same thing for my husband as well. And I've not been married before. I did not know what I was supposed to be expecting. I came from a home where everybody washes their plates when they are done eating, because we didn't have a maid. And so it was a culture shock for me to see that somebody drops their plates in the sink, and I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why are you dropping it for? Like, who's supposed to wash this plate? And yeah, so like, as little as that is, right? They were little things, but 100 little things make up the big things, right? And so we were like both navigating the marriage. We were both learning ourselves. Honestly, we were both learning ourselves. And so one day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, we were not even thinking of like other people so much. Not like we're not thinking at all, but honestly, the first year of marriage was just us getting to know each other. So we did not even realize how much we were not giving ourselves to other people. Another thing that happened was, everybody knows that already. If you don't know, we got pregnant with our first child. Almost immediately we got married. I think we got pregnant like the second month. So they wanted to wait for like a while, but we got pregnant almost immediately. And pregnancy was another journey on its own. Like I can't even describe pregnancy. So like everything happened all at once. We're still like trying to know each other, get to know each other. There were so many things unraveling. There were so many learning. There were so many unlearning. There were so many adjustments that we were doing. Honestly, I think personally that was what we were focusing on, basically learning each other, knowing each other. And then we were growing a baby. And pregnancy came with a lot. First trimester, I was a mess. I could not do anything first trimester. I had to like lay down all day. Sometimes I would even eat while laying down. My husband would complain, say, sit down, at least sit up, eat your meal, then go back to bed. I could not help myself to sit through my meal. That was how weak I was in first trimester. So imagine going through all of these things and then having to think of my friends. Okay, so it wasn't that I erased them from my mind. It was just a case of I'm fighting for my life. And honestly, that was it for me. And also my husband was also I'm sure that he was just living like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because he has also not been married before, or he has also not had a pregnant wife before. So it was like a phase for us. But all of these things are not excuses, right? But looking back, like when we had to evaluate a lot of that was like what we were able to see, that this is like probably reasons why we've not been like looking into our friends. We had it in our plans that we wanted to like have our friends over. We're just really taking our time. I think that's the word. We're taking our time, no pressure. It wasn't even intentional. Like, we're not intentional, like, okay, we're letting go of our friends, like, we're pushing them away. And so whenever it is that we're ready, we're just going to go pull them off the shelf. That was not our intention. We're just like living our lives. Like, we're just trying to navigate our lives. Basically, that was what was going on. And we did not even realize that we were pushing our friends away until our pastors called us, and they realized that, okay, I think that is why this person has been acting this way. I think that's why this person has been acting this way. And very profoundly, right, after we evaluated all these things, guess what we did? Immediately reached out to our friends and invited them over for an hangout, right? So my husband and I, we have like two group of friends in our core, right? And so we invited the two groups, but like on separate, like I think it was like about 2 months apart, but like we made sure that we invited both groups, like our friends. Our pastor spoke to us. We've had them speak to us a couple of times, and we're always very, very grateful for their counsel. Honestly, imagine that they didn't speak to us about our friends. We probably would have lost our friends. And it's not because we are bad people or they are bad people. It is just life happened. We would probably have just lived, so we're still navigating our lives. We're still taking one step at a time. Before we know it, everybody have drifted apart. So their own story would be that we got married and we left them, and it would have been part of the, statistics, right? And our own story would have been that we got married and our friends left us. Can you see how the dynamic is? Can you see how these things work? So like, honestly, we're just really grateful for our pastor's counsel, and all of the times that they've counseled us, honestly, it has made our lives better. If you don't have anybody to counsel you, to call you to order, I don't think that is good for you as a person. I don't think that is good for you as a believer. Have somebody that you're accountable to, somebody that can call you to order when you are not going in the right way, when you're not doing the right thing, somebody that can call you to order and be sure that you're going to listen to the person. Please, as a person, as a believer, have someone that you're accountable to. I would suggest your pastors, right? I believe that everybody should listen to their pastors. They should be counseled by their pastors. We listen to our pastors. We get counseled by our pastors. They call us to order when we are going in the wrong direction. That's just by the way, right? So all of that happened, and then we called our friends, and we had like our hangout, and it was good. Like, it was really good. And after I saw how there was an improvement in our friendship right after the hangout, it was really beautiful. And looking back now, I'm just really grateful to God that first of our pastors had that conversation with us, and secondly, that we also did not push away, just shove it aside the instruction and the advice that they gave to us, and we really took it to heart. So I just want to talk about how to navigate friendships, and I'm going to be talking for both parties. I'm going to be talking for the married people, and I'm going to be talking for the unmarried people, right? So we have come out of this, and I believe that this has helped our relationship with our friends, right, from that moment. The first I'm going to talk about is communication. Listen, communicate with your friends. Let them know you value them, right? Let them know that this is a new phase for you, this is a new season for you, and you are basically just trying to navigate this new season. Bring them in on the struggles. Let them know that you are trying to navigate your life. I think that was one mistake that we made, right? Our friends were not aware of the fact that we were trying to navigate our marriage. They were not aware of our struggles. They just thought that we were living good, like we were really good, like we were just intentionally pushing them away. Communicate with your friends. I mean, when we got pregnant with Soteria as well, we told just one person, one of our friends, and that was it. Like, we didn't communicate it to like every other person, just so that they are aware, they go through the struggles with us. It now also influences their expectation from us, because I mean, if they knew that we're expecting a baby, if they knew my struggles in first trimester, I believe that they would have lived with us, and I think that it would have even, made us bond better. It would have brought our friendship together. It would have basically helped our friendship, right, if we had bring them in on what we were going through, especially with pregnancy, especially with first trimester. For me, I think that I should personally have even involved my own friends, right, about it, and make them understand what I was going through and how tough it was for me, so that they can also be aware and also go through. Friendship is not just about the good times. It's not just about when we are happy, when the times are good. Even in, the struggles, we should always, still have each other's back, go through it together. And one thing about going through struggles together with your friends is that it brings you together, it binds you together. It helps you to, when you pray together about something and then you see the manifestation, you see an answer to that prayer. It helps you, it helps your bond, it helps you to, stay connected to each other. So that was one mistake that we made from our end, for my husband and I, was that we were not communicating with our friends. We didn't communicate anything whatsoever with them. So they didn't know what we're going through. They didn't know that pregnancy was a lot for us, and we're just trying to navigate our lives as married couples. And that was why we probably were distancing away from them. And again, the distance was not intentional. We didn't realize we were distancing ourselves away from them, right? And I think that they too were probably feeling like we're actually just trying to navigate our lives. That's why they were not like really, really into us. But I think that they should also have communicated to us like, oh, guys, what's going on? We've noticed that you've been distancing yourself away from us. Can we talk about it? What is going on? Are you guys all right? Are you guys okay? Because honestly, we cannot be quick to take offense or to point fingers at the other person, like, you didn't communicate with me, you didn't reach out to me. How about you reach out to the person as well, right? So I think that communication works for both ways, for the married couples and for the friends outside as well. If your married friend is acting weirdly, if they are distancing themselves away, there is a very, very popular saying that everybody knows what they are doing. Sometimes people don't know what they are doing. In this case, we did not know that we were distancing ourselves away from our friends until our pastors called us to order. So sometimes people don't know. Honestly, like, I've been seeing it everywhere lately that, people know exactly what they are doing. Sometimes people don't know. And it's not a bad thing not to know, right? It is not a bad thing. Now, we can't do that to our friends anymore because we've learned from that experience, right? But imagine that nothing happened and we just drifted apart. We would do it over and over again to other people that would have picked up as friends along the way, and we would not still know, right? So it is good that we learned our lessons very early on in our marriage, that we can't do that to our friends, right? And I just love this to say that sometimes people don't know, so call them to order, call for a meeting, say it kindly. Don't go with, I want to come attack you. Just be kind with it. What's up? Before you got married, we were this. What's going on? Are you all right? I've noticed that we've not been talking like we used to talk before. Like, just hear the person out. From the conversation, you can tell if the person doesn't want to be your friend anymore, right? Or if they still want to be your friend, it's okay. And of course, friendships break every time. So if somebody doesn't want to be your friend anymore, that's very fine. But like, have the conversation, right? If you are the one noticing that, my friend is distancing away from me, have the conversation, call the person to other, what is going on? Okay, so this is what you are going through. Thank you for communicating with me. And then, the conversation can go from there. It can even bring you guys together. It can make your bond stronger, right? It can make your relationship better. So don't just be quick to take offense. Don't just be quick to, let people go. Don't be quick to let people go. Don't be quick to let people go. This is for somebody. Don't be quick to let people go. Don't be quick to, say that, this person doesn't want to be my friend anymore just because of the way they are acting. Have the conversation. The second thing I'm going to talk about is having a clear-cut plan. Marriage is a journey. Marriage is a new phase. Marriage is just dynamic. It's just a lot. I'm not even going to lie to you, right? Especially the first year. Of course, this person is somebody that you've been with for like a couple of months or even years, but you're going to be learning the person over again. I promise you. Like, so many things that you never thought that your partner is capable of doing, you would realize that they can't do. And it is not because they are bad people. It is that they are living, like, they are human beings. You guys grow up like apart. For example, in my home, we wash our plates when we're done eating. Like, nobody washes your dishes for you. You wash it when you're done eating. My husband didn't grow up that way. And it wasn't because he's a bad person. He has lived his life for 20-something years of his life like that. And all of a sudden, it cannot just change in one day. Right? So I just gave an example like that. And there are so many more, like, I could give example about. Like, there are so many things that your partner would do. I promise you, your partner is not a saint. There are so many things they would do that you would have to, communicate to them that you don't like. So there is a lot of learning and unlearning to do. So it's a journey. It's an entire phase. So if you don't have a plan on how you want to navigate your friendship before you get into marriage, honestly, it might be harder for you, right? Navigating, just like it was for us navigating, especially when you have like mutual friends. For example, my son and I have like, I mentioned that earlier, that we have two groups of mutual friends. So these are like people that are like very, very important to us, to our family, right? And so like, if you have like mutual friends like this, you might want to like have a plan on how you want to navigate that friendship in the marriage. Now, you also have like your personal friends that you want to like decide that you want to navigate that friendship personally or even still together, right? For us, the group ones, like I wish that we like had like a plan on how we wanted to navigate those group friendships in our marriage. I think that would have helped us. And even the personal friendships, like how do you want to navigate it? Have a discussion about, have a strategy about it. What are we sharing? What are the boundaries? What are we not sharing? When do we invite our friends over? Because I mean, again, my husband and I were two different people. My husband loves to have people around. Not like I don't, but I wasn't used to it, but I was open to it. Now, I want people around me. Like, I always don't want our friends to leave anytime they come to visit. I'm always begging them to just stay and stay with us forever. They still came on Sunday. And I remember when we were seeing them, I was saying that, can we all just stay together forever? Honestly, that's how much I, like, enjoy the company of our friends now. And it didn't start like that for me. So, if you are like that, like, if your relationship is like that, you might want to, like, have a discussion about it. When do we invite our friends over? When do we have our friends over? How many times? Like, how often? What are the boundaries, and all of those things, right? And one thing I'm grateful to my husband for was that there were boundaries. Even when we now finally said that, you know what, let's just like bring our friends in, there are still boundaries whereby it did not bombard me all at once with our friends and say, okay, like let them start coming every day. Like we just eased into it. And now I can even have my friends come to my home every day now, like because I am now in that phase, like I am now in that space where I want to have people around me. I did not start like that. And I feel like if my husband like had forced me or had shoved it down my throat, I don't think I would have taken it the way I take it right now. Have a strategy, have like a plan on how you want to navigate your relationships right after marriage. Again, it's not that you cannot still be on vibes like it was before you got married, but I mean, marriage is a lot once again, right? So if you don't have a clear-cut plan on how you want to navigate it, you might actually get distant, not because you want to do it intentionally, but it's always not going to be convenient. I think that's the word. It's always not going to be convenient. If you're always waiting for only when it is convenient, I don't think that is like treating your friends right. In friendship, there is inconvenience, right? You have to be willing to like go the extra mile for your friend. I think that's like also something that we were not doing. I think that if we were like intentional about our friends, I don't think that they would have felt distant away from us. And I think intentionality comes both ways, even for the people that are on the other side as well. I feel like that's how intentionality works. If these people are feeling distant away, how intentional were you? Did you stretch out your arm? Just like saying that, this person did not give me this pencil. Did you also stretch out your arm to receive the pencil from the person? And so I feel like it goes both ways. The other party should be intentional about the friendship and not, feel like, this person is distancing away, so let me just let them be, right? Sometimes they don't know they are distancing away. In our case, we didn't know we were distancing ourselves away until we were called to order by our pastors. Lastly, I'm going to say, love your friend. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. I'm going to read from verse 3. The Bible says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Verse 4 now says, love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, it believes all things, it hopes all things, it endures all things. Love never fails. I'm just going to dwell on verse 5 that says, love is not easily provoked and it doesn't take record of wrongs. You see, lately I've been seeing like people talking about people knowing what they are doing. I'm just wondering, like, where does love doesn't take record of wrong come to play? If I say that I love this person, why would I just be looking for something that they would do to just get me angry and then I just quickly take offense? Don't be quick to take offense. Give your friend graces. And giving graces, know when to give graces. Oh, I'm not saying that like when people are like going wild, you're not saying, I'm giving graces. That's what I'm not saying. Especially things that you feel like they might affect your friendship, things that you feel like they might affect you as a person, please talk about it. Communicate with them. Oh, this thing, what is going on? Why are you acting this way? Why did this happen? I wasn't cool with this, and all of those things. But I mean, if like really random stuff, those petty things, please don't be quick to take wrongs. Like, don't be quick to take offense in people, especially your friends. Like, I believe personally that my friends are not just random people that like came into my life. I believe that my friends are people that God, blessed me with, because they are supposed to be a part of my journey, because they are supposed to be a part of my destiny. That is how I see friendship, right? So maybe that is why I'm talking about not taking offense easily and not taking record of wrongs of your friends. And when your friends do something and they, when you talk about it, let's just end there. Like, let's not transcend and then, still have it in your mind and say, that is how this person does and all of those things. Basically, just go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. From verse 3, you can read from verse 1 anyways to like verse 8, you have like a clearer understanding of what love is, of how God wants us to love, of how God has instructed us to love. There is a way to love for us as believers. It is not the way of the world. The way God wants us to love is not the way the world loves. Please, let's understand that. It is not the way the world loves. The world does not even love, because the world does not know what love is. God is love. The world does not know God, so they don't have love. So we don't love according to the world. To the people of the world, it is like very, very normal to take record of wrongs, to take offense, to like push people away immediately, do something to us. But like, that is not how it is for us as believers. Remember that in the Gospels, I think a Pharisee or a Sadducee or somebody came to me, Jesus, and said, oh, if somebody wrongs me, how many times should I forgive a person? Remember what Jesus said? He said 70 times 7. Do you know how much that is like to forgive people? So God doesn't want us to take record of wrongs, and He doesn't want us to like take offense like easily. That's why I said we should forgive 70 times 7. That is how we love as believers, because look at how God loves us. Even before we were born, He had died for our sins already. He had forgiven us our past sins, our present sins, and even our future sins. So all the sins that could ever be committed again in the world, God had taken it away already. Jesus has taken it away already on the cross. All that we have to do, right, a person has to do, is to believe that his sins are forgiven already, and his sins are forgiven. Look at that dynamic. Look at how God forgives sin even before forgiveness was asked by man, right? And I feel like, in a way, that should be our model as believers, right? As my friends wronged me before, yes, a lot of times, I don't take record of wrongs. Like, I don't easily get angered. Like, why am I angry at my friend? Like, this person is my friend, like my friend. So why am I angry? Like, have I been angry before by what a friend did to me? Yes, I have been. But it wasn't like, oh, just any little petty thing, I'm angry. I don't think it's like our culture as believers. I don't think that it's something that God wants us to do as believers. So I think that would be my last point. Do not be quick to take record of wrongs. And you will see your friendship thrive. You will see your friendship blossom. You will see your relationships with your friends thrive and get better. Again, if you have a married friend that you probably feel like they're distancing themselves away, please reach out to them today. And if you're also a married person and you're watching this video, please reach out to your friends today. Don't be caught up in the web or the euphoria of the fact that, oh, I'm married now, I'm navigating life and all of that. That's why I'm not reaching out to my friend. Please reach out to your friends today and communicate with them. Whatever it is that you're going through, let them know that you are going through a phase, you are going through a season. Let them know that, you still have them, you still got them, you still value them, you still want to be their friend, they still mean so much to you. And sometimes people just want to know that they mean so much to us. Don't forget to always let your friends know how much they mean to you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I think that's like basically all I want to share about this. I have like a million other things to share about friendship, but I'm going to be sharing them in subsequent videos. Thanks so much for watching this video to this point. I believe that you've been blessed by this video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment, drop a comment for me, drop a comment for the community. Let us know how you navigate your friendships. Let us know if you've ever experienced this before, if you're married and you've had like a similar situation before, or you're married and you've also had a similar situation before. Let us know, like, you can drop a comment about that. Don't forget to share with your family and friends, because you're going to be married someday if you're not married, and this video might come handy in how you navigate your relationship. Share with your family, share with your friends. Thank you so much once again for watching this video. It's always a delight to have you here watch my videos. Bye guys.